Now, ever since the downing of flight MH17, tensions between Russia and the United States have reached a new high.
Tougher sanctions have been put in place, targeting Russia's finance, defence and energy sectors. The Russians may have found a way to hit back, though, through the space industry. Our science correspondent Rebecca Morell explains.
Okay, all flight controllers, gonna go for landing. Retro, go!
When Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon in 1969, it was the pivotal point in the space race.
Copy you down, Eagle.
America had beaten the Soviets to the moon. It was a moment of US national pride, but the two rivals soon realised they could achieve much more by working together. But today the Americans don't just work with the Russians, they depend on them. This is the Discovery shuttle that ferried astronauts to space for nearly 30 years. Today, though, it's here in a museum, and there's no replacement. Instead, the Americans have to pay the Russians for a ride in the Soyuz spacecraft at a cost of more than $60 million a seat. The International Space Station has long served as a symbol of unity in space. But the Russians have threatened to put a stop to these space taxi rides, effectively grounding American astronauts. But the Russians would lose out too.
In the case of America and Russia building the International Space Station, America agreed to build all of the electronics and the electric power systems, and Russia agreed to build all of the fuel systems. So we're joined together in this common endeavor, and we both need each other critically.
But also, the rockets that launch America's satellites, including their military satellites, are powered by engines that are bought from Russia. In essence, America needs Russian technology to spy on Russia. But now the supply line is under threat.
This has become a national security concern that we do launch almost all of our reconnaissance satellites on this particular rocket. We can't put up those satellites reliably by ourselves right now. So if Russia said, we're not giving you any more, we would really have to scramble to find a replacement.
Okay, everything looks good in the bag. Nothing seems to be flowing.
For now, at least, these problems seem a long way away for the cosmonauts and astronauts currently on board the space station. Their work could help to take humans to Mars or beyond.
I will be very sad if collaboration between Russia and the United States and collaboration between Russia and the European Union will fail, because it is against Russian interests, against American interests and against European interests.
For many years, the alliance in space has survived political upheavals. But if recent tensions grow, the era of space without borders could be at an end. Rebecca Morell, BBC News, Washington.
Parents often